My creator coin's coming. I'll just tell everyone. Like,
wow,
I'm working on it.
There's a right way to do this, and there's a wrong way to do this. And I think you're kind of depicting the evolution.
And everyone at home has their remote control, and they can literally control what happens on the stream.
Welcome back to The Roll Up.
This is your home to learn from the biggest guests, the brightest minds at the tip of innovation.
Our goal is to help spread the collective knowledge of everyone in our community.
We are breaking crypto out of its echo chamber and taking it to the real world.
Jesse Pollak, welcome to the Roll Up TV, man. Big day for us. Good to have you on.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
We're unveiling Control the Stream today. Robbie, you are our stream controller of the day, as if you're calling in as a fan and audience member. We've been building behind the scenes. Look at that. Tips coming in.
The tips are rolling in.
Robbie, give us the backstory, man. You went to Basecamp. You've been working with Brad and the team. How'd this come about? And then Jesse and the three of us can go back and forth and unveil some of these features.
Yeah, happy to. Well, it started long before Basecamp without Jesse's knowledge. Someone on our team named Zach, who's been helping us for a little while, introduced us to Brad, who is, I believe he's maybe, I don't even know what his exact title is, but he's in charge of the streaming economy on Base. That is what I know for sure. And he does a really great job of curating curators. He has a history at TikTok. So he reached out to us. He was like, hey guys, you guys are really good at what you do. You like to stream. This is recently after we had started the Roll Up TV. How can we work together? And we basically explained our vision to close the gap between fans and creators, to really build a platform in which fans and creators were able to connect. And we as creators were able to see what our fans wanted to see, and have them closer to us and really get that two-way interaction. So we started ideating. We kind of rough scoped out what these features could look like. And he was like, hey, this makes a ton of sense. We would support this in the form of a builder grant. So we got a builder grant, and we actually just used all of that to spend on resources and engineering and developers to ultimately build out Control the Stream. The guys at Builders Garden helped build this out on a technical front. And so that's what you guys see today. Then after we had some MVP, I went to Basecamp. Absolutely tremendous conference, by the way, Jesse. I mean, I don't know, there's probably a whole event production team at Coinbase, but it was just one of the most thoughtful and well-curated events that I had been to. When there was panels, everyone was at the panels. When there was other things to do, everyone was doing other things. And it was just a beautiful place. It was Vermont. There was really not much else going on. Everyone was just 100% focused on the conference. And so we demoed this mini app at the workshop at Basecamp, and everyone loved it. And it was essentially all anyone would ever need to go live and run a stream on Base in a very on-chain forward way. So it got me fired up. We're just getting started. We just have a few plugins now. And so that's kind of what we're here to talk to you about. Talk to you about the streaming economy, talk to you about Base, and show you why we're so fired up.
I love it. And I'm fired up too. And I'm glad you had an awesome time at Basecamp. That was my experience as well. And when you guys came to us and said, hey, here we want to do some streaming stuff, we think streaming is going to be a huge part of the on-chain economy. And we're kind of in the, like, let's go make it happen across a bunch of different places. And, y'all have been building a brand and a stream, and I know better people to figure that kind of stuff out than people who are doing it every single day. And so I'm super fired up about this. I'm seeing that some tips are rolling in, and excited to, see how you guys roll this out with your community and how people do more stuff on chain with streaming.
Yeah. And so as you may know, we go live pretty much every day, Monday through Friday. We're live for a few hours. And so don't mind me if I'm on my phone, because I'm actually using the remote control that all of our fans can use. And that's the whole concept here, is that we have the TV show. You're on the TV show. Welcome to the Roll Up TV. And everyone at home has their remote control, and they can literally control what happens on the stream. And Jesse, our imagination is the limit here. I am so fired. Like, I'm excited to get creative with these plugins, because I can imagine people doing absolutely ridiculous things and having a lot of fun doing it. For instance, like auctioning off the ability to come on the stream, the ability to ask questions, play music, put tweets up on the screen, like do all kinds of things as they're using the remote control, make clips, make cuts, make memes and GIFs, launch tokens as a result of what they see on the stream. All of that is within the realm of possibilities here. And so one of the ones that we're most excited about is actually, and by the way, after Jesse's stream, we're gonna go to 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗵𝗶, who was from Builders Garden. He helped build all this out, and it'll really be live. We'll be live. Everyone can use it right now.
Yeah.
And so
let's see it, Rob. Let's see the let's see
tips rolling
your
in.
favorite one.
Oh, my favorite one. All right. And I'm curious to hear Jesse's thoughts about this. So we've got what we call the bull bear meter, also known kind of a sentiment meter. And so what we've got here is the ability to pop up a prompt on the screen. For instance, will the base app go, let's go big or go home. Will the base app be a top 10 app in the App Store by end of year?
Ooh, that's good.
Really big, Jesse.
All right, we'll put it up for
I'm ready.
All right, we confirm in the base app. Do a little touch ID, super easy flow. There's maybe a little 1-2 second delay.
Yep.
And then we'll see it.
Oh.
So you'll see it on the stream. Will base app be top 10 in the App Store by the end of the year?
Yeah.
This isn't just showing up
full post.
bull sentiment either. Spam. Yeah.
So
We got work to do. To be fair, we got work to do, but I'm always an optimist.
So we got a QR code here, Rob, where you could scan in and vote directly on the base app from your base app account. And the goal here is to encourage as many people as possible to come use the base app when interacting with the show. We want to drive people to the base app, download the base app, use the base app, get rewarded by using the base app. We actually just announced 𝗏𝗀𝗁𝗍 yesterday, which is going to be our official prediction markets partner. Imagine a world where we integrate 𝗏𝗀𝗁𝗍. They're still kind of off chain, but we can bring some of their market on chain, do it on the base app. You see tips rolling in. Jesse's fired up. So this is the MVP.
I love it.
Jesse,
it's an awesome MVP, and I think the thing that this really shows is just like the power of when you bring together live streaming with this programmable platform that we're building on Base. It's like you literally can make it so that the people who are watching the stream can participate in the stream, and not only can they participate in like simple ways like a vote, which I think is cool, but then they're also gonna be able to participate in like more complex ways, like building a complex money system, basically, of like stake some money on your vote. That's like one tap away, or like place a live prediction. That's one tap away. Like the money platform that we built on Base is like purpose built for this kind of interactive, engaging experience that y'all are kind of designing here.
Yeah. Jesse, so we have this broad kind of view here that the real-time nature of streaming with the kind of compressed attention spans, as well as the desire for short-term or for short-form content, as well as feeling closer to your host or to your person of choice that you want to listen to is very important. How do you view on-chain allowing us as creators to get closer to our fans, to our audience? I know we've shown this, but maybe more broadly, holistically, what is your thesis on chain being this gap or the bridge between the fans and the creators?
Yeah, I think we've said from the beginning that we think on-chain is going to be kind of the next generation of the creator economy. And there's two big reasons for it. One is that, on the monetization side, when you look at the creator economy today, the thing that makes the internet work is creativity. It's from all of us. But when it actually comes to the money that is made from that creativity, 95% of it is going to these big platforms. And so creators are basically getting cut out. And on-chain creators can earn, like it flips. You basically have 95% of the value going directly to creators, which is a whole new kind of like experience. The other thing that we think is really radically different is in the Web 2 world, like you're in someone else's walled garden. They control your graph. They control who you can talk to. They control what connection you have to your fans. Versus on-chain, because it's this open platform, because you own your content, you can have that direct relationship. So if you want to design a new way of engaging with fans, exactly like you guys have done, that's not something where it's like, oh God, like we need to go get some big centralized platform on board. It's like, no, we can literally build it. Or there's going to be other people who build it for us, and then we can plug it in. And I think that ability to just like own your own relationship is going to be something that so many creators like have a aha moment on, where they're like, wow, this is 10 times better. You're telling me that I earn 10 times more and I can be 10 times more connected, and all of that can enable me to build 10 times better experiences for my fans. Of course I'm going to stream on chain. Of course I'm going to post on chain. And so I think it's very early days, and it's people like y'all who are kind of here at the early days, pioneering, trying to figure out how do we kind of like put all these pieces together in a way that clicks. But once it clicks, and I think we're close, we're going to be off to the races because it is that much better.
Yeah, we like to think of ourselves as one of the most innovative media companies in crypto, the fastest growing media company in crypto, and this technology and this platform is part of how we showcase that. This is something I said at the demo in Basecamp. Twitch does not have this. Kick does not have this. Rumble does not have this. This is all on Base. And this is all because Base is a platform in which you can build things. It's meant for developers and to build apps that are currently not possible anywhere else.
Yeah, and I think the kind of crazy thing about it is that you guys like built this, not quite nights and weekends, but like it's like a side project that you guys have done over the last few months to like bring about a vision that you had, and that like the fact that the bar, like the ability for y'all to do that is like such a statement about what's possible right now. It's like you have an idea and then you can bring it to life. And it's not something where it's like you need to go raise millions of dollars and you need to go like invent a whole totally new technology platform. It's like, no, like literally you can dream it and then you can make it happen. And you can do that like nights and weekends. You can do it as an experiment for the stream. Like you can just make that happen. It's awesome.
Introducing Extended exclusively on Starknet, a next-gen perps trading platform live today. With 50 plus trading pairs from crypto to TradFi, you get the best experience on chain today. Deposit in the community vault for attractive returns, EMV compatible, and engage in unified margin, spot trading, lending, and perps trading. Definitely. Jesse, I'm curious about your perspective of the actual mini apps within the Base app, right? So Rollup TV Control Stream is now a prominent mini app. It's featured on the Base app. Obviously, these feature sets are exclusively available on the Base app.
Yep.
What is the vision for supporting creators and supporting up and coming businesses who want to build on chain, who want to build on Base, featuring them on the app as mini apps? Is there a broader, bigger picture vision that you have for the mini apps? Jesse coined to $1 trillion.
We're just having fun now.
My creator coin's coming. I'll just tell everyone. Like,
wow,
I'm working on it. I want to make sure I do it right, but I believe every creator is going to have a coin. And I'm not afraid to go out there and make it happen for myself. And of course, a little slower, but we're going to do it. And I don't know if we'll go to $1 trillion, but I'm excited to just continue kind of like breaking down barriers for people and normalizing the fact that it's okay for creators to earn in the new economy. That's like not just okay. That's great.
I'm bullish, and the denominator is going to 0. So who knows? The numerator could go to $1 trillion. and so Jesse, one of like a very on a more serious note, one of the things that I went to Basecamp thinking is like about this creator coin economy. Andy and myself, we're creators. You're a creator. Like
we've been just bouncing ideas like how to do this right. Is there a reality? We don't want to ruin our reputation. We don't want to come off as short-sighted. We've been doing this for 5 years. Like how do we properly do this thing?
Yeah. I mean, my take on this is that where we're heading is creator capital markets, where creators will have coins, where content will be valued in the free market with coins as well. I think we're in this kind of transitionary period right now where two things are true. One is that there's still a lot of stigma on this, and think back to where we were like 6 months ago when we first started talking about creator coins, and people were telling me like, what are you talking about, creator coins? Everything is a meme coin. And I got so much shit for saying, no, like actually you guys, like they're different things. And so I think like that transitionary period of people realizing, oh, wow, coins are this powerful tool that can be applied to these different segments from a tokenization perspective. And creators are going to be a massive segment because creators are one of the lifebloods of our global economy. I think that's the first shift that's happening right now. And I think the second shift that's happening right now is people are realizing that if you just have like a creator coin that doesn't actually do anything, like that's not a recipe for success either. Like you can't just like yeet out the creator coin and then be like, okay, now that's just going to work. No, like it actually has to be integrated into the journey and life cycle of the creator. And this is why I'm so excited about, this experiment that you guys are running here. I'm so excited about the stuff that Zora is doing, where they're actually figuring out how do you integrate the creator coin into the way creators work. So, here it's like you guys are going to be able to use the coin to token gate participation on the stream. Are you going to be able to use it for staking, for prediction markets? You're going to be able to use it for voting. You're going to be able to use it for tipping. Like that's a ton of sources of demand for the creator coin. What Zora has been saying is like, what's the biggest source of demand for the creator coin? It's actually your content. And so by pairing the creator coin to each content coin, every time someone buys a piece of content, consumes it, that's actually driving demand for your creator coin. And so where I expect this to go is like, you guys will do a stream. It'll have all of this interactivity around the creator coin that you can do in there. Then that stream will end. It will get coined as an asset, and then people will clip all of that stream. That will all get paired back to their creator coin, and everything will drive value back to their creator coin. And so I think this to me is kind of like the next frontier. Is like we've basically normalized this idea in certain segments, but there's still a ton of stigma. We have to push through that. And then in order to push through that, we need to bring more and more of this like real utility and real value accrual mechanisms to the creator coins, such that creators can do what they love, create, and then they can have that value that they're creating accrue back to their underlying coin.
I love it. I mean, that answers a lot of the kind of questions and just kind of hesitancy that I've had. It's just been like, okay, there's a right way to do this and there's a wrong way to do this. And I think you're kind of depicting the evolution of creator coins, and it feels like we're getting ready to take that next step where, I think I've seen some podcasts do like, some buybacks with ad revenues, for example, very kind of like baseline thing. But if there's a way that this could be integrated into the stream, into base app, into the interactions, then it becomes almost like a, in the future, I think there'll be a stable coin for Starbucks, and Walmart will have their own stable coin, but they'll all kind of come together. But this is just like the roll-up coin or the roll-up kind of form of currency if you're participating in our economy. So yeah, Jesse, any kind of further suggestions or thoughts as to how to properly think about building this flywheel, are very much appreciated.
Yeah, well, the first thing I'll say is that I think that like your intuitive feeling that you want to do this in the right way is the correct intuition, right? Like people coming and like saying, hey, I'm just going to like yeet this out and like not really think about it, and I'm just going to make money as a result of it. Like that's not going to lead to a good outcome. And I think that we've seen a little bit, honestly, of that over the last few weeks where it's like, people have gotten burned a little bit and they feel like, oh, this actually isn't working for me because there has been this like almost extrinsic motivator of like the North Star is to make money rather than the North Star to figure out like, how do I use this technology to do the thing that I love better, which over time will make me money. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's the first thing is like what I'm seeing is that the people who are thinking best about this are the people who are intrinsically motivated and who are saying, I love streaming or I love posting, I love creating, and I want to figure out how do I use this new technology to do that better and to make it so that I can do that thing even more. And over time, that's going to lead to a good outcome for me. And so I think that mindset of like doing it right, being here for the long term, being intrinsically motivated is super, super core to what's going to make this successful. And I love that you guys are thinking that way. And I'll just say like any creators out there who also think that way, come talk to me. Like, I want to help you do this the right way. That's literally my whole thing. It's what we've said on about Base from the beginning. It's the ethos that Coinbase has brought from the beginning is like, we're going to do it the right way. And maybe it'll take a little bit longer and maybe we'll miss out on the like short-term attention spike fads, but in the long run, it's going to lead to better outcomes. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I'll say is that it is going to be emergent, right? Like we are going to figure this out like in real time a little bit. And so, I think the flip side of doing it the right way is you could interpret that in a way where it's like doing it the right way means we need to like maximally figure everything out up front. And like, I think that's where you end up getting into like, oh, like in order for the creator coin to work, you need to like have the revenue streams go back to the creator coin. And like, we need all of this like off-chain complexity to make that happen. And my intuition is that these value accrual mechanisms will be a little bit more emergent than that. Like people will launch creator coins and maybe they'll have one or two value accrual mechanisms. And then over time, more will be layered in. Right? So you'll have clipping and those will get paired. You'll have the live streaming use cases. Those will work. You'll have, ad revenue that starts to like funnel back. And that kind of like mechanism is going to kind of gradually emerge over time. And I don't think that that's necessarily an environment for every creator to kind of like get started. But I do think that for creators who are independent, who are excited about being at the frontier, being a little bit comfortable with that emergent reality and saying, hey, like, I know that I'm doing this right because that is my intention, but that doesn't mean I have to have it all figured out. I think that that's going to be the sweet spot where you're going to see a lot of people who bring those two things together and basically like pave the way for everyone else. And that's been my ethos personally of like, I'm a creator, like I'm a builder, but like, I'm also a creator. Like you guys see me on Twitter, you see me on Instagram, TikTok, and Zora. Like I'm trying my best out here to create. And I feel like I have a duty to like live a little bit in this gray space, because I feel like me figuring out in real time is going to help the rest of the industry figuring out in real time. And I think that like folks like y'all and many others also, can play a really important role in kind of like helping us work through this emergent reality to get to kind of like better and better tools for creators to make these things a part of their livelihood. And so again, I'll just say like super grateful for all of the work that you guys are doing, pushing the boundaries, and for other creators who want to be pushing the boundaries too, but want to be pushing boundaries with creativity in a based way that feels right and authentic to them, that has a long-term perspective. Like I'm here to help you. And we want to make it so that there's a safe space for you to do that experimentation. And that safe space can happen on base.
Yeah, it will. And Jesse, just before you go, I just want to really emphasize one of the things you said is that you feel like you have this duty, you're compelled to figure it out so that others can also learn from your figuring it out process. This is a core tenet of what we do here at the Rollup. Our core virtue is this curiosity that drives us. We're genuinely curious when we're talking to people. We're trying to learn ourselves because we have a thirst for knowledge. We want to go out. We want to learn things. We also want people to come back and learn from us. And therefore, it does create this symbiotic flywheel that ends up accruing value for everyone. It creates this abundance mindset. And so all that to say, thank you for creating Base. Thank you for coming on the show and helping us figure out this process, figuring out your own process, and teaching us to teach others. It's really what this is all about.
Yeah, well, thank you guys. Excited to do it, and it's still day one. We got a lot of work to do. We definitely haven't figured it all out, but I think if we all show up with this attitude of like, we're going to do things the right way, we're going to take risks, but in the direction of learning, we're going to be able to get a lot of good done in the world.
Yeah. See you in the timeline, man.
Yeah,
Peace out, Jesse.
Too. Thanks for having me.